Hey friends, my name is Jeremy Watson. I'm a product leader here at Remote, and we are hiring for a senior product manager for our integrations product team. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the role. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm looking for in candidates, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself, the hiring manager. So, first of all, the role is here at Remote, and Remote's mission is to really simplify global human resources. We want to help companies everywhere hire anywhere and make it really, really easy to do that. One thing that's really interesting to know about Remote is that we are remote and we are an all remote company. We will always be an all remote company, and we're asynchronous by default. A lot of folks who look at my calendar are very surprised to see the lack of meetings. We emphasize deep work, working asynchronously through a number of products, and we think that works really, really well. We have 7 people right now in product, and we keep our teams and the ratio of engineers per PM relatively lean. Makes for a great product experience. You're able to spend more time doing deep work, understanding questions and problems, and we're growing really fast. It's really, really exciting, and I'd love to be able to share more about that during the interview and hiring process. So that's a little bit about Remote. Specifically, we're looking for a senior product manager for our integrations product team. The idea of and simple, responsibility of a product manager is to really find our most important problems across the entire business and really provide leadership on the solution. It's up to you to find what problems are the most important problems, and it's up to you to kind of shape and define the solution. You're going to do that with a cross-functional team of designers, engineers, and others to shape and build the right solution. You're specifically in this role going to collaborate very closely with our partnerships team to really kind of understand what the demand is for particular like partnerships. And you'll be part of crafting actual lean integrations with a number of different vendors out in the space. It's up to you to decide who. And these are good candidates are players in applicant tracking systems, human resources, and other payroll products, and integrate them and create a beautiful user experience within the Remote platform. Talking a little bit about what you'll be doing as a product manager is you are in charge of prioritization and what it is that we work on. It's up to you to develop the right sensing mechanisms where you're the brain in the center, thinking about and filtering through internal discussions, data, what you hear from the market, what our competitors are doing, what you think is going to where the direction of your product area is going, and distill that down into what are we doing next and why are we doing it. Like I mentioned, you'll do this in partnerships with others. We have product teams that are cross-functional, PM, design, engineering, and others. And we have one product manager kind of per product team. We have one designer per product team. And then we have an amazing group of engineers who you'll be working closely with. On the right-hand side, we have global operations, customer experience, international expansion, product marketing, and sales. And you'll also be working closely with them to understand what's going on in the marketplace, what you're hearing from our customers, and be able to help you work on product launches. So you'll be the PM for this particular product team. Now let's talk a little bit about you. So I think one place that's really important to start is someone where Remote's values really closely resonate with them. I'm particularly passionate about kindness and operating with transparency. If you click into this link here in the deck, you'll get a link to Remote's values, and you can kind of look through that. And I think that they're practiced all in a very genuine way, internally and externally. I think one thing that's also important for a candidate to be successful here is to be scrappy. You'll have to be able to iterate quickly, and you're very good at kind of knowing what is essential from in the first iteration of a particular product launch. Really important that we move as quickly as we can, and that you kind of shape the first iteration very clearly in terms of what is essential and what can be excluded, and we can follow up with in a future iteration. I think to be successful at this, it does take product experience. So holding the role of a product manager is something that's important. If not, you need to be very clear and speak to kind of your experience and your roles, understanding customer demand, working very closely with an engineering team, and kind of shaping problems into really, really great solutions for the market. You need to have had a direct hand in that, and ideally with an experience at a high growth company doing it. I think with this role as well, because it is an integrations role, you do have to be technically comfortable. And when I say that, you have to have an understanding of the remote platform. And when you're thinking about integrating it with another product or platform, you need to understand what that integration is going to look like and what is the specific technical scope of what we're going to do. And you'll have great engineers to partner with, but ultimately, like, that is something that's going to be important. And you'll be being able to speak the language of what APIs we're going to craft, what APIs do we need to expose. It will help a great deal in being able to create the most minimal kind of first version of any integration. So I think it's important. And then lastly, I think, but not least important, is definitely remote capable. Like I said, remote is an all remote company, and people that are able to unblock themselves, ask and answer great questions, perform asynchronously, and then communicate in a very strong written way, all do very well. So that's a little bit about you and kind of what I'm expecting. And I'll talk a little bit about me as the hiring manager. So I'm Jeremy Watson. I'm a director of product here at Remote. You can click there to learn a bit, to see my LinkedIn. But in a nutshell, I think that my leadership style is servant leadership, that I am here to help you shine and to help enable your best work, well, whatever that is. I'm happy to be down in the weeds and help you at the feature level and brainstorm with you there. I'm happy to help at a higher level, or I'm happy to just leave you alone. I'm not a micromanager. I'm here to fill in the gaps of whatever it is that you need to be most successful. I consider myself, partner to you while you're at this company, and then I'll also be a supporter for the rest of your career, whatever it is that you want to go on and do. My top personal values are kindness, collaboration, diversity. You can read more about what makes me tick in my personal readme there at the bottom, but that's just me at a high level. So very excited to see your application for this role. I really, really appreciate you thinking about remote as your next career destination. And I'll leave by saying I do read every single resume and every single cover letter that you send my way. So please don't be afraid to share this. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Excited to see your application.